All right, now it's time for today's Ask the Attorney segment. John Torgenson from Torgenson Law is joining us with tips on how to stay safe this big game weekend. Now, I know that a lot of people aren't really thinking, how do I stay safe? They just want to have a great time and enjoy the Super Bowl or all the surrounding parties. But this is something to think about, especially when you have an event that's so big in town. So how do we stay safe?
Well, absolutely. We have 1 million extra visitors this weekend to the Valley between the Phoenix Open, the Super Bowl, and all the activities happening here downtown. In fact, they say that now Super Bowl Sunday is actually the most dangerous night of the year to be on the roads. It surpassed New Year's Eve, and that's from the New England Journal of Medicine.
Wow.
Yes.
So then if our viewers here are hosting a party, and many of them are, I mean, I'm hoping to celebrate with some friends if we can't go to the big game. Yeah. So what do you do to make sure that people come over to your house and they stay safe?
Well, you want to make sure that you have a proper home insurance policy, okay? And so because a home insurance policy is going to cover a lot of things that a lot of people don't know that they have or that it will cover. And so at my law firm, we'll actually look at your policies for free. You know, go to the website, email us, we'll always look at your policies for free. What you also want to do is make sure to never serve alcohol to a minor. All right, there's so many cases, tragic cases I've had where people are trying to be the cool parents or the cool friends, and then something bad happens.
And you know what? That is such really good advice, because I think people think, well, you know, the kids are inside the house and they're not going anywhere, but that doesn't matter. They're still a minor, and there's still plenty of repercussions that can happen inside the house.
Oh, absolutely, inside the house, or when you go outside the house. That's another thing to point out, is that if you have even someone who's overage, okay, who's 21 or over and has some drinks at your house, you could be liable as a social host here in Arizona if they go and cause a crash on the roads and everything. So you always got to take their keys. Don't let anybody drive drunk. We just want people to be safe out
Absolutely.
here. You know?
Okay, so now let's just say, we don't want this to happen, but let's say someone does get injured at your party. What do you do?
If someone gets injured at your party, you absolutely would want to call up your insurance company, okay, and make sure that, and see if your home insurance, your home policy covers whatever happens, okay? And then if you do get injured, let's say that happens, because another thing you got to watch out for is the liability of people getting hurt at your house. You have kids running around, there's step downs, trip and falls, things like that. So you just want to make sure and look around your house and make sure that those things are safe as well.
Okay, and now let's say people go outside the house, because as you said, people might be traveling within parties.
Yes.
What if someone's actually on the road and they're driving and they get injured?
If they get injured, call our law firm. We handle these types of cases. We've handled several cases due to somebody serving someone alcohol. And we also handle everything from that to just basic car crashes to big catastrophic injury cases. So call Torgenson Law. You know, in fact, you know, put our number in your phone. Go to our website, 602-759-0012. Put it in your phone right now and give us a call, and we'll have your back and help you out.
Right. So ultimately what you said is that we really want people to have a good time. It's a big weekend, but we want them to be safe, and it's really good to take precautions going into a weekend like this.
Absolutely. I would love it if I don't get one call after this weekend, because everyone is safe. That's what we want to do.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and enjoy the week. We hope you don't get a lot of phone calls.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, for more information, go to torgensonlaw.com or call the number on your screen. And if you have a question for John, you can ask him by visiting our page, midday.azcentral.com, and click on Ask the Attorney, because remember, it's not just the Super Bowl when you might need some great advice from him, but it's anytime, any event. Thanks again, John.